Welcome back to another video. It's been a little while since I did a long video in this dojo, but we're back. And today I asked AI to give me some martial arts related would you rather questions. And I've also chucked in a few of my own. So we're going to be answering those and we'll see if you agree with me. But first of all, if you're a martial artist and you're struggling with your flexibility and you really want to get those head height kicks, even if you're not a martial artist and you just want to improve your flexibility, my 12-week flexibility program is perfect for you. You can follow the exact routines that I followed when I was improving my flexibility, and now my kicks look like this. So if you want to see some similar results, then go ahead to the first link in the description and grab my flexibility program. It's only £9.99 and it is a one-time payment, so one time only. Once you've paid, you get it forever. That's about $12. So skip your Burger King meal this week and take your kicks to the next level instead. DM me on Instagram if you have got it and let me know your results. I like hearing it from you guys. All right, I've got my iPad here. I've got some of the questions written down that AI suggested and also a couple of my own. I'm not going to tell you which one's which, but okay. First one. Would you rather have a leg kick that never misses or a jab that never misses? This one is a tough one because me being a kicker myself, I'm a bit inclined to go for the leg kick because that would just be really fun to have a leg kick that never misses. You'd be able to take a man out in about, well, one kick if it's strong enough. But I'm pretty sure you could go into MMA and probably win pretty easily. But then a jab that never misses is also just a bit overpowered. Because if you have a jab that never misses and then you train the rest of your boxing around it, you'd be a pretty unbelievable boxer. Because a jab is what sets up the rest of the attacks. So if you have a jab that doesn't miss, you can find your target and then just bang. So I don't know. I'm going to have to go for the leg kick. That would be really fun. Would you rather have the kicks of Bruce Lee or the punches of Mike Tyson? This one is different. Although I just said I'm a kicker, so I like to go for the kicks. In that scenario, I'd have to go for the punches. Although Bruce Lee is a legend and he had some unbelievable kicks, having the punches of Mike Tyson sort of makes you a little bit invincible and you could just become a professional boxer. And so that would be your career. So I'm going to have to go with Mike Tyson's punches. You would be unbelievable. No one would be able to beat you in a fight. This one's quite a good one. Would you rather be a martial arts movie star or a UFC champion? This one depends on, well, one, what you enjoy, and two, well, what you enjoy. It's just whatever one you'd enjoy more. Personally, I'm not that interested in fighting professionally, and I've always thought that being a martial artist in a movie like Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan is just really cool. So I think I would go for the movie star, to be honest. Then obviously being a UFC champion would be very cool. But the only thing I'm thinking is even if you're a UFC champion, unless you're like Conor McGregor, they don't pay you that much, I don't think. Whereas being a movie star, you'd be financially stable for the rest of your life. It's tough. But if you were a UFC champion, it would be really cool because obviously you'd be a really good fighter. I might have to go for the movie star. There's too much risk involved with professional fighting. Some people it's worth it, definitely. And I respect everyone who does professional fighting. But for me, I'd rather be a John Claude 2.0. Would you rather have diamond tip knuckles or shins of steel? Again, this is more about whether you like punching or kicking, but I think I would have to go for the knuckles on this one. Oh no, but shins of steel would actually be really cool as well. Shins of steel, I would. Because you could go into professional kickboxing or MMA and you would always win because there's nothing protecting the shins, so you just have straight steel to the face. Whereas with diamond tip knuckles, you're always wearing a glove in professional sports, unless you're like bare knuckle, then you could kill someone, so maybe not. But with fighting sports, you have gloves, so the diamond tip knuckles would be slightly nerfed, if you want to call it that. They'd be slightly subdued. Obviously, you'd still have a piercing punch, but I'm going to have to go with the shins on that one. Would you rather fight a chicken-sized Bruce Lee or a Bruce Lee-sized chicken? Quite like that one. Well, let's break it down. A Bruce Lee-sized chicken, it's a pretty big chicken. And if you've seen them when they're like running around, they're aggressive, like they flap their wings everywhere, they're pretty aggressive, and that's a pretty big chicken to fight. But then a chicken-sized Bruce Lee is obviously Bruce Lee, but he's the size of a chicken. So one swift drop kick and he's dealt with. So I'd have to go for the chicken-sized Bruce Lee. He'd still probably pull off some pretty gnarly kicks to my shins, but that's about all he could reach if he's a chicken-sized Bruce Lee. I would rather fight that one. This is one of the weirder ones that AI suggested. Would you rather say hiya every time you sit down, or do a karate chop every time you stand up? Karate chop. I couldn't bring myself to say that every time I sit down. That'd be pretty funny as well. Imagine every time you stand up. Imagine you're just sitting in a meeting and you get up to go to the toilet and it's like... I think I would go for the karate chop every time you stand up. That would be my choice. Would you rather every punch have a boing noise or every kick have a whoopee cushion noise? So basically, would you rather this or this? It's got to be the punch. I mean, don't think I could deal with having a whoopee cushion noise every time I kick someone or just kick in general. Also, I think that'd be pretty amusing. Every time you punch someone in a fight, it's like... I think they get very annoyed very quickly. But yeah, I'd definitely pick that one. Would you rather box a kangaroo or wrestle a bear? Now, I've seen videos of kangaroos that have actually got hands. But then also wrestling a bear is terrifying. Leave that to Khabib. I wouldn't go near a bear. So I think I'd have to box a kangaroo because although they do have hands, you can actually possibly beat a kangaroo, I think, if you've got a bit of head movement. No head movement is going to save you from a bear. Those guys are built different. I'm not touching a bear. So boxer kangaroo. Would you rather never have to stretch again or never have to do cardio again? Now this basically means you're always at your maximum flexibility. So basically you could just hop out of bed and go straight for a head height side kick, or your cardio is just always on point. So basically you're fight ready all the time in terms of cardio. I'd have to go for cardio for that one because I don't mind stretching. Increasing your cardio I think is a lot harder than increasing your flexibility. Maybe that's a hot take, I don't know. But I feel like you'd be pretty unstoppable if you were like fight fit all the time. Yeah, I'd definitely do that. That would just be a better quality of life because you could do more things as well without getting tired. So definitely the cardio on that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you rather never get bruised or never get sore after training? So I'm assuming that means when you take a hit, you just never bruise and it just never hurts. Or after you've done a training session, you never ache. So basically be immune to taking hits or be immune to soreness. That's a tough one actually. Both of them would be pretty good. Be able to take hits without bruising or be able to do a really hard session without aching the next day. Second one, without aching, because then you would rapidly improve if you never ached. Because sometimes you have to take days off because of how much you're aching. But if you didn't have to take a day off, imagine how much you'd improve if you could just train every day. Then you wouldn't have to have a rest day. Okay, yeah, definitely that one. Definitely that one. You could train 7 days a week and every session would be at maximal. You would become John Jones, sort of. Last one on this list. Would you rather perfect timing or perfect accuracy? This is another good one. Perfect timing is very good, but knowing when to throw shots is one of the hardest things about sparring. If you can precisely place a really well-timed shot, you can beat speed all day long. If someone's really fast, but you've got really good timing, you'll beat them all day long. But then perfect accuracy, basically whatever you throw is just gonna go straight to the target unless they block it. But with timing, if you time it perfectly, they won't block it. So probably timing, because you can work on your accuracy fairly well by just hitting pads. If you've got a pad holder and he's moving the pads around, you can work on your accuracy. But if you've got timing, that's one of the main things that people struggle with. I would say timing, because you could knock some people out like real good. Yeah, perfect timing, you'd be unstoppable. Yeah, actually, yeah, perfect timing, definitely. That is about it on our list. Yeah, that's it. So let me know in the comments if you agree with anything I've said or if you disagree. Let me know any of these questions that you would have gone for the other option. I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. Also, hit the first link in this description if you do want to try out my 12-week flexibility program and get those effortless head height kicks. You will not regret it, and let me know when you do. I want to hear all about your progression. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.